Today we are going to design a flat slab for an RCC considering M20 FE415, and it is an interior panel that we are going to design. What do you mean by interior panel? Interior panel means 3 slabs on this side, 3 slabs on this side, 3 slabs on this side, and 3 minimum slabs on this side. Then I can call this an interior panel. We have to design that interior panel by there are 2 methods, direct design method and equivalent frame method, but we are designing for considering only the direct design method. First of all, what are the things which will be given to you? The dimensions from center to center of the column, the dimensions are given. L1 and L2. L1 is the longer side with a 8 meter length and shorter side center to center as 6 meters. Center to center 6 meters. That's all. Everything that we have to do now is, first of all, we have to bifurcate this column and this whole slab, this panel, into number of I can call this as a strips. We can call it the edge strips and the middle strips. This is called the edge strips, this is called the edge strip, and this is the middle strip. Similar, when we are going in this direction, this is the edge strip, this is the edge strip, and this is the middle strip. This is the middle strip. How to find out that width of the edge strip? It is 0.25 of L1 but less than L2. Similarly, in this direction also. Now we will have to go for another important part is column. Say column 300 cross 400 column is given. Then we have to go for column capital. What is column capital? It is a flaring of column just at the top of the roof, top of the slab, just to have the more area to resist the load from the slab. So flaring or increasing the size of the column just near the bottom of the just roof of at the roof slab is called the column capital, and generally it is taken as 25% of the size of the column. Then if suppose still the load is more and the span increases, definitely the load will come more. So it may punch, it may shear off. Under such circumstances, we have to increase the thickness of a slab nearby column, because the whole load will be concentrating over these columns only. So, if not only increasing the column as a column capital or column head, still we find it is inadequate to resist the load. So, what we are doing, we are just giving additional slab thickness under the column, and we call this a drop. What is the length of the drop? In this direction, it is generally taken as 1/3 in this direction and 1/3 in this direction. Here I am taken this is a, but under any circle it should not be less than 1/3. It should not be less than 1/3. So this is 8. 1/3 of 8 is this column size is 1/3 of 8 is 2.6. So I am taking this as 2.7, and this is 6. 1/3 of this is 2. So we have our size of the column, size of the drop will be 2 cross 2.7. This is 2.7. This is 2.00. This is 2.00. This is 2.7. Now, once we have finalized the column strip, middle strip in this direction, similarly column strip and middle strip in this direction, then we will have to go for the finding out the loading and the distribution of loading and the moments, bending moment, etc. We will go for the next part. Just I have already mentioned over here, we call this a column capital and we also call this a drop. The outer one is the drop one, inner one is the column capital, this is innermost is the column. This is column just here there is a column capital, and just just like this we count as a drop, and this is nothing but the width of a end strips or edge strips. Now we'll go for the next part. How to find out the depth? How to find out the depth? As per the code, select the largest span. Select the largest span. Being a continuous, so as per the clause, it is span by 26. Span by 26 into modification factor. The largest span will be 8 meter. So considering this 8 meter span, 8 by 26, because for a continuous slab we are taking this 26, for a simply supported we take 20, and for a cantilever we take as 7. So being a continuous one, that's why we are taking 26. But especially in a IS code, for a flat slab they have mentioned that this is multiplied by 0.9. It comes out to be, because largest span, especially they have mentioned that it should take as the largest span. So 8000 divided by 26 into 0.9, round about 341, I can call it 350. So effective D will be, say, 320, or we can reduce it to 300. We can reduce it to 300 also. Now, loading calculations. Now we'll go for the loading calculation. Dead load, capital D into 25. Live load 3, floor finish 1, it comes out 12.75. And now when we are talking of the total load on the column, total load on the column is nothing but this load multiplied by the panel length, that is 8 cross 6, the total load that we are calculating, and we denote this total load by capital W. So capital W is nothing but this multiplied by 8 cross 6. But here actually when we are talking about the, it should be taken as 8 ln. W is nothing but ln and L2. I will rather correct it over here. When I am talking about this ln, when I am going in this direction, ln is nothing but the distance between edge of the column to edge of the column when no capital is given. If the capital of the column is given, then from edge of the capital to the edge of the capital. And if the drop is given, then from only the capital to capital and drop to drop. So we are going like this, and we are just calculating the value of ln. We just calculate the value of ln, drop to drop. I have to get it confirmed whether it is 2.7 or it should be taken as something like that. I have to see, check it out. Accordingly, we will have to some change then. Otherwise, anyway, then once the capital W is known, then we will have to find out the value of maximum bending moment, already given in the code. The value for M0 as W ln upon 8. W is already there, ln is already we have seen. Substitute the W ln by 8, we can find out the value of M0. M0, that is bending moment, maximum bending moment, when we are talking along the longer direction only. When we are talking about the longer direction. Now, when we are talking about this M0, then we will have to first of all calculate the negative bending moment at the column strip and the negative bending moment at the A strip, positive bending moment at the column strip and the positive bending moment at the middle strip. When we are talking about this, similarly on this direction also. So out of the total moment that we have calculated, the code indicates that the total negative, out of the total moment that we have calculated so far, the total negative bending moment, is 65% of that M0. M0 means what is the bending moment we have calculated so far. And this is the negative bending moment, 65% of M0, and definitely the positive will be 35% of this value, M0. So we have calculated the total negative bending moment and the total positive bending moment. Now, on the basis of this positive and the negative bending moment, this is the positive negative bending moment, and this is the positive bending moment. For this we have multiplied by 0.65, and for this we have multiplied by 0.35. 65% of the contribution for the negative bending moment, and 35% is the contribution of the total load M0 is for the positive direction. Now, once we know this negative and the positive bending moment, that we have already sum up over here, that in maximum negative bending moment 177, maximum positive bending moment is 85.0. Now these moments, negative moment will be now distributed for the edge strips as well as middle strips. Similarly, this positive was also distributed for the edge strips and the middle strips, only by taking the coefficients. So when we are talking about the coefficients, now we will go for the next page and we can find out that how this negative bending moment of 65% of M0 will be transferred to the column strip first. Then we'll find generally it is taken as 75% of that 65% of M0. The design bending moment at the column strip will be 75% of that 65% of M0, and it comes out to be 132 kilonewton meter at the column strip. Definitely, what is the contribution towards the middle strip? When it is taking 75%, then only 25% of this 65 will be shared by the middle strip. Just see over here. 25% of 65% of M0 will be contributed for the middle strip. As we have calculated for the negative and the negative strip for the column strip as well as middle strip. Now we will go for positive bending moment. It was 35%, now 35. Now one thing, for column strip, 60% of 35% of M0 will be taken by the column strip. When 60% of 35% taken by the column, definitely middle strip will take only 40%. So 60% of 35% by M0 will be this moment, and 40% of the 35% of M0 will be taken by the middle strip. Now these are the four moments that we have calculated. This is negative bending moment for the column strip, negative bending moment for the middle strip, positive bending moment for the column strip, negative moment for positive moment for edge strip, column strip, and positive bending moment for middle strips. This we have calculated when we are talking something in terms of the longer span, that is along the 8 meter. Now similarly, we'll go for next part. Again, considering the same thing, but ln will change now. Previously, ln was the distance between the longer side में edge to edge. But now here, when we are talking about the shorter side, that was 6 meter, this will remain same. But W will be changing. W will be 2/3, something like that. and now this will give the value of 408 kilonewton, and we can find out the M0 will be W ln upon 8. ln will be now in the transfer direction for a 6 meter span. This is ln. This is ln. Once we know this value, then again contribution of this as usual, as we have already calculated, 65% and 35% contribution of the whole will be like this. Now contribution towards negative side, that is as usual 75% and 25%, and 60% and 40% in this direction. So in all we have calculated 4 bending moments for the longer span, for the edge strip and the middle strip, 4 bending moments along y direction, the transfer direction for the column strip as well as for the middle strip. Now we, out of the 8 bending moments, select the maximum bending moment, and from all these 8 moments, whichever is the maximum, from that calculate value of the D required. Now using M is equal to RBD square, D can be calculated, it comes out to be, B will, because we are taking M20Fe415 is equal to R is equal to 0.38 into FCK, 2.76. B will be always taken as 1000 being a slab, so D comes out to be 250 mm. So I am considering, say, overall depth is 300, effective depth at 250. Now 350 is greater than 300, so our design is already okay. We will continue the same one, although we are safe now. Now we have to go for the important part, how much thickness that we are providing for this drop. Total depth required is 350 near the edge and the column strip. So 350 minus 300, we have provided 350. So 300 is already the required depth in all over this slab. So 50 mm is the thickness of a drop. Once we have calculated thickness, then what we have to do? We have to calculate all the cases. I have just mentioned over here, calculate all the area of seal for all the 8 cases. Assume the bar diameter and also calculate the spacing required so far. Then finally we have to apply the two-way shear or punching shear. We have already solved such type of problems. Here also, the total load divided by B dash D will give the value of tau V, and tau C will be nothing but K times tau C. Tau C will be again as usual 0.25 under root of FCK. Now V is equal to 600. How do we have got 600 now? 12.5 into 6 into 8, panel to panel distance. Panel to panel distance. It comes out to be 600. 600 divided by, this is D by 2, this is also D by 2. We can find out this distance, we can find out this distance, add this one, that will be the total B dash. So this comes out to be the B dash multiplied by D, and you find tau V is equal to 269 kN per meter square, 769 kN per meter square. Convert it into Newton per mm square, it will be 0.77 say. Now K is equal to 0.5 plus beta C should not be greater than 1. Beta is nothing but the shorter side of the column upon longer side of the column. It comes out to be more than 1, that is 0.75. 0.5 plus 0.75, 1.25, so we are taking 1. Now K is 1, then K times tau C is equal to K times tau C to 1.11. It is greater than 0.769 or 0.77, so we can say our design is safe. In this way, of course, it's a lengthy process, no doubt, but in this way we can go for the design of the interior panel for the flat slab. Thank you very much.